me go ahead and do this. I see this dude a lot every now and again. Yeah, he's blowing up, man. His name is Flacco. He used to be like a laughing stock, that ass on No Jumper, but now he be cooking, bro. But he be actually cooking. Like he be actually cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like he be like dudes up, like he be commentating this shit actually cooking. But did y'all hear about the Jay-Z situation? The Jay-Z situation where he declares war on Drake, Nicki Minaj, Kanye, and more. My only thing is though, just because he called them out and then exposed they were trying to expose him on, does that make him innocent of whatever he had committed, his crimes? I don't know. Why the hell would you ask me if I'm poly? What type of shit is that? You trying to get me ill? What the hell does that mean if I'm poly? What the man? Why would you delete his message? He asked me if I'm poly. Nah, I ain't poly, man. Nah, why you ask me if I'm poly for? You trying to holler, bro? I ain't hollerable. I'm good, gang. Trying to see if you might be. Oh, no, I ain't interested either, gang. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he calling out everyone that, even that lady who claims he got Aaliyah killed. Yeah. Polynesian, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Nobody's good. He calls it. He said, yo. Yo, my chat, we on guard, bro. You know what I'm saying? We on guard, bro. You never know. The hell are you talking about? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Where I'm from, you don't ask nobody if they poly. If you ask them if they poly, that means do they like getting busy, open relationships type. Ain't nobody in the history where we from be like, yo, you poly? Because nobody's gonna think you talking about Polynesian. When we talk about polyamorous, yo, you get busy while your man's is watching. You get bit like we talking different, man. That's crazy, bro. That's that, yo. The day I hear, yo, watch this. I hope I'm not disturbing the peace with this one. Hold on. All right, yeah, he's busy. I'm gonna call Trey after. I'm gonna ask him if he's poly. All right.
A few minutes later.
Got a question.
Is this something for the stream?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
You live?
Yes.
All right. Somebody came into my chat, and I gotta ask you the same question. If I came up to you and was like, "Yo, you poly? Like, what? Yo, you poly? What you think I'm asking?"
Wait. So you saying if somebody came in your chat?
No. If I came up to you and I was like, "Yo, you poly? What you think I'm asking?"
Is a meter?
See, you're already going in the same route I'm going. What do you think they asking?
Man, bro, trying to do something.
Yo, what did I say? So, bro, in the chat goes, "Yo, man, you poly?" And I'm like, trying to nigga. I said, man, I ain't go down like that. I ain't get busy. What you talking about? He was like, "Yo, I'm from New Zealand." He was like, "Yo, my bad." He goes, "Oh, you Polynesian?" Ain't nobody asking nobody that type of shit around here.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. Can't nothing. Ricky ain't real. First off, I'm gonna let you to my mind. I'm gonna say either I'm thinking one, this trying to do something, or trying to we about to fight either way.
Oh, he trying to watch you. I'm out of here, man. Bye. Yo, no, Trey, man. I get you though. Where you from? Obviously, that's different. But I'm saying, like, where we from, bro, nobody asks if somebody's poly, because technically where we from, that's a different question. That's a question of like, do you like being in like a relationship of two, like of three? You know what I'm saying? But I understand now why you asked. You say you're from New Zealand, like that culture is different. That's like me saying, yo, you Puerto Rican and you Dominican, but like in y'all case, you know what I'm saying? But that he said I asked if you Polynesian, you
He just officially declared war on Drake, Kanye West, Dame Dash, and many others. When he did his first interview this year and he says he's done playing defense and he's going on the offense, he meant it.
Dismissed a lot out of it. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a big Jay-Z fan though. I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan, to be honest.
Like, you have to be super
and I've been
sure
saying this for years, man.
those kind of things on a person, especially a person like me.
Dame Dash teeth
like,
did fall out.
We were doing the worst things. We were doing bad. We had those kind of rules. There was a line: no women, no kids. You know, you hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. You know, morals, integrity, code. Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like, it meant a lot.
Dame Dash's teeth fell out.
I took that really hard, and I knew that we was gonna walk through that.
But I
We was gonna walk through that.
can
Because, you know, first of all, it's not true. And the truth is, you know, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z?
I don't know. I don't like
Jay-Z
This is the
at
first thing
all.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Actually, it was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
When he says offense, I thought he was only talking about filing fraudulent DMCA takedowns and copyright strikes and attacking independent media personalities. I thought that was what he meant by offense, but apparently Jay-Z is back to rapping. And I got to admit, bruh, man. A lot of y'all may call me fake for them. I love when Jay-Z raps, man. I forgot how much I love when Jay-Z raps until getting a little taste of what may come on that project we're anticipating, man. Now, before y'all even I know what I said about Jay-Z in the past, okay? I know I said ain't nobody checking for that album. I know. But I forgot how much I miss this man when he raps. Oh my God. Jay-Z went at everybody and put everybody on notice who had his name in their mouth. And we're gonna dissect this and break this down step by step, line for line, word for word. We're not gonna miss not one reference.
You had to catch count and thunk it. When you was punk this, I'm the one who struck the pain. That hill you can die on. There's way too much flack that comes from those pains. I'm killing them softly.
Jay-Z is so performative, bro. Coming out in a Black Power fro to beat the sellout accusations is.
By the way, I seen this video. I'm rewatching it for you guys, but I'll tell you right now, man. Like this video ain't gonna go well. I'm not. I don't give a fuck about Jay-Z rapping, dude.
Nuts. Okay. Obviously, he came out in a Black
But
Power
he was
fro
cooking.
because
He cooked
got some
people.
Sellout accusations on his name. He's being accused of being the greatest sellout the Black community has ever seen. The last couple years, a lot of things have came to light, such as
I'm a brother. I appreciate you, True, for being here, man. God bless you, bro.
signing
Love
to
you,
the NFL,
gang.
contacting TMZ to run negative promo against Colin Kaepernick on behalf of the NFL. Like things of that sort, bro. Jay-Z has sold us out time after time. So now to beat the sellout accusations, he's coming in a Black Power fro. The first bar, though, of the freestyle was some light
appreciate
work.
you, man.
I don't even think the bar makes sense, to be honest. Dying on that hill, too much flack that comes from those planes. I don't, okay. But the Killing Me Softly, Die on the Hill, obviously Lauryn Hill wrote or sung Killing Me Softly. So that's where the attachment comes in. But enough of the nonsense, okay? This is where Jay-Z now starts throwing shots at various people.
Yeah, no, exactly,
And
Mike.
if you
Yeah.
weren't listening closely.
Look. Here's the thing. I'm a fan of Jay-Z's like 90s work when it sound more MC-ish, like rapping. But when he took mainstream beats and mainstream music art to like his conversational rap music, I just couldn't hook to it. But then again, I hooked to like Niggas in Paris. When I was hearing that shit, I was like, nah, Niggas in Paris is fire. But like there's some songs of his that I'm a fuck with. But again, there's a lot of artists, except for like Hobson and Montana 300, that there's like one song I like. No, I don't like none of their songs. But like there's a couple of Jay-Z songs I'll fuck with. But I'm just not a fan of Jay-Z. I actually always say this shit. I did work for Jay-Z for like 1 full week. But when I was younger. But I just couldn't, man.
Who would have missed a lot of this?
What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I spill on you suckers, I'm mauling you. I ain't much for me, it's know how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a fee to even say my name.
That was a direct response to Gilly. That was a diss towards Gilly. When Jay-Z says, man, cancel the brunch, I don't need it. I remember these hunger pains, right? Mom, you know, the price of the brick going up, you're gonna need a beat to say my name. Beyonce say my name, Beyonce song to say my name, but all right, cool. But why is that a response to Gilly? It's a response to Gilly because Gilly was on Shannon Sharp saying, yo, this Rock Nation brunch, I'm not going to that brunch. Jay-Z is finessing all these dummies and these suckers. He's using the Rock Nation brunch to have all you guys in the same room bowing down to him so he can then go to the billionaires and say, you see, I'm the authority of the culture. Look at all the people y'all think is powerful, y'all think got authority in the culture. They bowing down to me. I'm the authority. And then he utilizes their name, their likeness, and them being at the Rock Nation brunch to go behind the scenes and broker deals that only benefits himself. Jay-Z has been pimping out his authority in the culture for a while now. We've seen it with Tidal. But this is...
Julian, which is a horrible take?
Responding back to.
You want me to keep it real with you, or you want me to lie to you?
Which is a horrible take? Which one?
Keep
Which
it
one,
book.
Julian?
I said the Rock Nation brunch ain't nothing but Jay-Z putting a bunch of on the lawn and then going in the back door and saying, I told you I still run this Give me the money.
Wow.
You think I'm letting them use my brand? Huh? See, rich shit like this.
Yeah, I see how you turn to that.
I got this Russell in them. I ain't dead yet. But I be seeing the rich shit like this. You know, they get a little money, they cross their legs. That's all this is, man. Let's keep it real. I operate with 26 major brands. You think I don't know what
Well,
brand?
are you saying basically that Jay-Z's punchline was kind of like Jay-Z's take was bad? And the thing is, though, the only thing I know, because you remember, like, even though I may not listen to like certain music, but I know we'll be. I'm toxic, bro, off stream. Like, I like listening to like conversations. It's not just a brunch that they're talking about. The thing is, Gilly's take is horrible, but he's addressing Gilly's take. The only thing is this, though, Gilly wasn't the first to say this. It was just that Gilly was the bigger, which is saying a lot because I think Gilly's famous, yeah, but Gilly wasn't the first person to ever say this. The brunches that Hove be having, they weren't just regular brunches, and they were basically like, those, how billionaire brunches be. They kind of bigger. They're really more for like negotiating and meeting and trying to like network and stuff like that. But it was always said that some of those artists that are obviously not cooking no more, that are not popping, they were always like, nah, man, they wanted me to bend over backwards and do certain weird shit that I wouldn't do and shit like that, and they wanted to basically humiliate whatever. But, again, it's all going to be hearsay. Gilly been in the game for a long time. So even though if Gilly's saying that's a horrible take, but that's still nonetheless a take, and who's denouncing that take, In fact, I don't even think, what he says after might be like a shitty take, but he's stating something that he's claiming that he knows of what Jay-Z does. But I don't know if it's true or not,
Than this.
Yeah.
Come on, we don't work from New Amsterdam Vodka, Manscaped, Harrier Razors, Roman Swipes, you name them.
Mm-hmm.
They come to $1 million worth of game because we move the needle. I don't let nobody allow to use my brand with their brand. What do you get from going to these parties except for a picture? I don't even smile with you if you ain't worth 500 million or more. Let's
Damn.
be for real. The only smiling they do is when the billionaires in the picture. Look at all these broke on the lawn.
You ever heard of a wonder kid? My children are some of them. Have you no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin as an unharmed player.
All these dudes are obsessed with the mafia and being looked at as gangster. These dudes are multimillionaires. Some are billionaires, and they are still obsessed with like, looking tough. That right there, the reference to that was Lance O. Rivera. When he says, y'all want to get under skin, y'all want to get under my skin? Go ask Lance O. Rivera, all right, how I get under skins. He's referring to stabbing Lance O. Rivera in the club and getting arrested for it.
There's a time when that hell happened with On. Mm-hmm. I was in the club, Preem was in the club. Mm. He come in, he took his chain. I run over to him. What's up?
What the fuck?
We got a problem in here. Let's get. I'm like, we in here crazy.
Let's say he's gonna go get Nas. Wait, for real?
So I didn't know what it was. So I leave him alone. I back up, but I'm watching it. And all of a sudden, the fights break out, and I see his Rockefeller up on brother. Mm-hmm. In my mind, I'm sitting there like, how come On leaned up on the wall is not doing nothing? And Jay ended up right in front of the nigga. When I first seen it, I thought he punched him. Hit him in the chest, though, the nigga fall. I'm like, Jay packing the punch, boy. I swear my kids, this is what I'm seeing in my head. And I run over there and I see him got that thing in his hand. I grab that shit and I get him and throw him in my car with my driver, get rid of that shit, and I go back in the party.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's true, Mike.
That wasn't even the last bar where Jay-Z is talking tough. The next bar, he's still talking tough, but he's talking tough in regards to Kanye. Now, I think Jay-Z dissing Kanye at this point, when Kanye is back on his meds, back trying to rebrand, I think is pretty convenient. When Kanye was outside, really crazy, off the meds, wanting to smoke, Jay was quiet.
Y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You know, maniac. Watch y'all maniac in my presence. I need a new therapist.
I'm not gonna lie, Jay-Z looks fucking insane right now, man. He looks crazy. That fucking fro look like one of them cartoon shows where it's like an afro that also has hair dangling. He looks fucking ridiculous, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if he's disrespecting or whatever the culture and shit like that, but for this man to just take off something that all forms of black hair is still part of the culture, you know what I'm saying? Whether you have certain type of locks and stuff like that. But I don't know what the move was to do an afro and then to do a speech, because if anybody else would have done that shit, they would have been like, what the fuck kind of shit? Because honestly, if you look at it from a certain lens, it's Jay-Z, so I don't think people are going to be like, did this man just really put on all black and threw a fro on trying to get the people with this like black power stuff? But had it been like another artist that we probably look at, like we laugh at, because even though I'm not a fan of Jay-Z, I don't view Jay-Z like, on some small. No, man, I know Jay-Z's one of the GOATs. You know, it's actually good to acknowledge that. I can understand in the industry he's looked at. He's one of the OGs, one of the GOATs in the game. But that afro look insane. I think if anybody else tried to do that shit, they would have been like, "What the fuck is you trying to pull?" That ass. He because he had doodle things with it. He had, I don't know what those locks are called though. This was at Roots concert, I think, or whatever. What Junior said. I thought he was Absol. I'm gonna keep it a bang. I'll be honest. Like when Jay-Z's rapping like that, I hate it. Like, yo, and again, all my real music fans in the chat, y'all know, don't take it from me, man. It's just when he raps like this, I'm just like, I can appreciate him more if he raps like this on the terms of like if I'm hearing him out, he's doing like a poetry session. But he be having songs where he sound like this. I'm just like, oh, fuck no.
Not working. I'm truly on the brink.
Everyone thinks they're the one that's saying you're no maniac when you're in my presence, you shrink. He's talking about Kanye. He even makes a reference towards drugs and therapy. Now, when he says when Kanye West is in my presence, he shrinks. Well, Kanye has openly admitted over the years he looks at Jay-Z as an OG. But also, I think he's referencing
Jay-Z hasn't done music in a long time.
From Kanye, when Kanye is telling Jay-Z, "Please don't hurt me, bro. I know you got goons, bro. Please don't hurt me, Jay."
Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man.
When Kanye West said that, we thought he was crazy. Come to find out, he was not crazy at all. He was actually telling the truth. Now Jay-Z is admitting that Kanye West was telling the truth. Man, that's before we found out that Jay-Z was in business with a woman who told on a cartel and lived to see it. Do you know how
that is kind of crazy?
Do you know how much ish and protection you gotta have to tell on the cartel, to wear a wire against the cartel and live to see it? And be out here prospering, moving around freely? She is the fat. She's the literal fats. Jay-Z is so dangerous, homie. Jay-Z got private detectives in Australia looking for a blogger. Look, Jay-Z the billionaire got private investigators in Australia posting up outside of a blogger's house taking pictures of him because he posted some things about Rock Nation he didn't like. Jay-Z is dangerous, and I agree.
Y'all better not encourage you. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That still stuttering.
He's talking about Oskino, who famously has a stutter, but he's still doing interviews where he's exposing information about Jay-Z. Oskino is the one who revealed that Jay-Z may have a daughter. Oskino talked about Jay-Z doing an interview recently, and he referenced Jay-Z and compared him to the...
I gotta slower the video down because I did see this part earlier. And look, for the record, the reason why I don't fuck with Jay-Z is not that serious. It's not anything about the Epstein shit. I don't give... No, it's actually just because the way I would consume music was a certain way. And when he started making music in like the early 2000s, I was just like, oh, like there was some fire shit. And the conversation rap music, I was just like, oh no, I'm not really fucking with it. Like I just didn't. That's the only reason why. I don't have nothing against Jay-Z, nothing like that. I'm not one of those weird political people. Nah, it's really just that. He just was never like in my top 5. But I have to slow down the video because this motherfucker, he throws you off. Watch, he talks mad quick.
Devil.
Well, I wanted to,
look at this shit. I'm not lying.
Jay-Z interview that's been going crazy, man. I know you had some thoughts about him working with GQ and not Bleak, but there was also a few interesting things from this interview, man. What all did you take from it?
I took from it, it's like he up to something. It's like he's trying to clean up some type of image. He don't do interviews. He been outside a lot, doing a lot. Everything he do is strategic. Mind you, you get this little. It's like a little kid that's 20-something interviewing somebody 60. It just looked like. I mean, it looked like it's a setup. He told him what to ask him. Make sure you ask him no hard questions, no stuff that people really want to know. And it's like it wasn't really an interview. Because of course, it's Jay-Z. He can go to any place. GQ, y'all want to do an interview with me? I'm gonna give you all the questions, and I want to edit it before it come out. So it's not an authentic thing. It ain't like a real, like something like a what's Oprah Winfrey girlfriend named Gail or an interview me is to be different. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at it like it's all a thing for image. You know what I'm saying? Then he come out do the Yankee Stadium things. Like, I mean, they ain't doing the Roost pick.
Wait, hold on, Mike. I'll be honest. It's subjective. I don't want to say Kanye's better than Jay-Z. I like Kanye's music more than Jay-Z. But, let's be more friendly on this one because, like, the history and backing behind that, man, like, no bias shit. Look, I don't like Jay-Z like that. But I can't denounce the man's catalog, bro. Like, come on, let's be subjective here. Like, Kanye and Jay-Z would be a great battle. But it would have to go to like whoever got the most hits. You know what I'm saying? Got to be hit for hit. But again, I'm not even gonna say I'm a Kanye fan. I just like more Kanye music than I do Jay-Z. But I can't count out Jay-Z, man. You can't just set people up and get people killed and do all this crazy shit in the industry, and never once get arrested for it, and then be like one of the top dogs in the music industry, you know, out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least like 50 Cent did it, but 50 Cent's shit's been public. He always either got in trouble. There's always been some weird shit that's been said about him. He puts himself out there. Like, you know, like, I mean, I'm saying you gonna hurt because a dude who have on and off relationship called your kid a word. Oh, but you see, but when that's what I'm saying, but you're speaking from a perspective of like how the artist was reacting outside of music. If we talk about how artists, that you see, that's what I'm saying. Like that's where like the other stuff gets, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like catalog for catalog, I don't even know who got more hits. As far as who's better, you know, it's all subjective. But I truly don't know who got more hits. I mean, we can all Google it. It's fucking easy access. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, you can't argue that. You know, somebody reacts a certain way. Everybody got a reaction. Again, I'm not even trying to sit here and defend Jay-Z, but like either he's gonna react a certain way, he's gonna react a certain way. If Kanye West got more hits, then Kanye West got more hits. Then it is what it is. It's just more about the level of playing field. Jay-Z ended up stopping music a certain time, and he ended up fucking becoming more involved on the executive side of things and shit like that. And Kanye West could have still been blowing out hits. I mean, he still does music to this day, but Kanye entered a certain lane too. And he say some shit to Kanye before. I mean, but we don't know that. I mean, again, that's too parasocial for me to even care, to be honest. You know, but the conversation is to stay friendly in the chat. Come on, let's be more friendly in chat. Don't sound too like passionate about it, because I ain't gonna lie, none of these motherfuckers give a shit about us.
Out here, I think it's all for image. Because Jay-Z don't care about nobody. Nobody. Like, I'm talking about for sure.
This guy talks
people
fast.
say you hating all that, bro. I don't got no hate for the boy at all. I'm just saying. I just see what he do. I know how he move. Bro. You don't be a billionaire if I care about people.
And Chatty Patty down on his luck again.
That was a clear dig at Dame Dash. He was referring to Dame Dash in his original Breakfast Club interview. He called DJ Envy and Charlamagne the Guy Chatty Patty. But when Dame Dash came back for his latest interview, during that interview, DJ Envy called Dame Dash a Chatty Patty.
Problem, bro. What are you talking about? This is the problem. Y'all want to see me struggle so bad. Whenever y'all see, let me ask you a question. Let me ask one question.
The problem, Dame, I have with you is you're a businessman and an entrepreneur.
I don't care what your problem
is. When people have a question to you, you don't want to ask the question. And exactly what you do to people.
I did answer.
You are a Chatty Patty.
No, I'm not. Okay, let's do this. Can I talk? Let me answer that. Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
No, you can't come speaking. Like we just said, we're gonna set boundaries. I respect that you respect me.
Damn.
Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't know why I'm still him.
That one is a no-brainer. He actually said the name Jaguar Wright. You know, the lady who's been doing interviews accusing Jay-Z of every crime under the book.
Oh, who's next? Y'all don't see the lineup? Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next. Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing.
Diddy set himself up. That fucking tape leaked, and that shit's nasty. You said the fuck wrong with my Twitch? Oh, I don't know. Just refresh it. Me, Jay, and Dream have watched a few of her interviews. Here's my thing. The thing is, those interviews were going viral. She got some fucking good interviews. Like on some real shit, she got some good interviews, but let me tell y'all something, man. Look, you can interview somebody as much as you want. They were talking about Diddy, freak offs, and all this nasty shit. He might be whatever. Jaguar Wright, she's somebody who was an associate of somebody else who got introduced to Jay-Z and was part of like their I don't know if they were part of a friend group or whatever. I don't know too much, but she knows a lot because she's part of the industry in ways that she knows a lot. She was in the Roots, okay, even better. So she knows a lot of what's going on in the back end. She's been having interviews where they've been cooking. A lot of her interviews have been going viral. And within their friend group, she knows a lot of information about Jay-Z. The problem is, even if you are correct, there's always a little bit of cuckoo that goes on. When you accuse somebody, you said, I'm gonna lie, if you consistently getting accused of shit, you definitely might be doing something. That is true, but there's also another thing too, man. It's Hollywood, it's the music industry, and they play by different rules. They were saying Diddy set people up. They said Diddy killed his own ex-wife. They said Diddy's set up a bunch of his friends. Diddy got people killed, but they could never come with the proof, bro. But mad people said it. Mad people said it. People were saying things about Jay-Z for years. And look, Diddy has set up his own homies, shining all of them. They're saying these things, and people are still pulling up to Diddy parties to have fun. because of all this. So they'll scrap everything out. You got to do something extremely heinous in the public to get caught up. Did he try to kill Kid Cudi? And everybody knows this. And still, people move around the space like nothing happened. It got to be blatant shit that goes down for people to get caught up. When people are too powerful, even the slightest of evidence don't book it. I'm telling y'all this on some educational shit. The Diddy freak off tape did leak. It did leak. And I'm gonna just say this shit on the educational level. The thumbnail was nasty on this leak because it was on Twitter when I was scrolling. Diddy was squeezing his nipples. I'm just saying that shit was nasty, son. Like that ass. That's fucking crazy. It's really him. I'm just saying, like, no watching. It was a thumbnail while you scroll down. I said, what the fuck is going on? And you see Vlad's name. I don't know what it is. Vlad seemed excited, allegedly, whatever, to like be like, yeah, and I was one of the first ones to see it as proof. This, like, he's making videos now, re-uploaded. You could tell he's trying to get into the algorithm. And unfortunately, man, when it comes down to shit like this, either you're gonna risk your life trying to tell the truth, or you're gonna pull a 50 Cent and you're gonna try to get with like professional publications to try to bring somebody down. Because one big thing I know for a fact, the reason why 50 Cent is on Diddy neck right now on some real shit is because one of the freak offs happened with his baby moms. And I didn't know that shit was a real thing. His baby moms, bro, is in that shit. His baby moms. And that's the one that he had a kid with, Sire, I think his name is, I forgot his name, in like 2011, 2012. I forgot when he had the kid. And that's why he ain't fucking with Diddy. He hate that motherfucker. Oh, man. Like, and so it's let me just tell you, man, like, it's fucked up. So you got to see proof. In the industry, you got to see proof before, because for one, nobody want to tear down a black man. Nobody want to tear down a black woman, right? So when you have all these other people, all these other execs, whoever, I was about to say certain groups too. I was about to say like certain white people, whatever. But like when you have these people trying to like frame people, you got to protect your own, right? But then sometimes in the industry, sometimes your own is doing some crazy shit. You got the Diddies of the world doing some crazy shit. And then they get in positions of power. It's really hard to build a case when they're also in on shit with people who are also in on shit. Like, again, Epstein. The motherfucker had one of the best judges in the world, one of the best people in the world who had a hold of his case, and they gave him a misdemeanor for the crimes that was alleged. Come on, man. Like, yo, it's a scary world we live in outside of shit that we really know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he do got her looking wild. This shit's crazy. Oh, what you said? Oh, wait.
He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity.
Isn't that his nephew? His nephew or cousin?
He lined up D. Haven.
That's just crazy. They look like fucking twins. Ain't that his nephew or cousin? One of them? They said supposedly he lined them up or whatever. Got somebody killed in his family who was supposed to be next up online with an opportunity. And almost like on a Stack Bundles type of situation, except the fact that Stack Bundles' own people killed him in his fucking projects. For those that don't know, Stack Bundles was going to be like that. I don't know if Stack Bundles would have survived today with music, but then's music, he would have been like the Dipset of how popping it was, because he was that nice. And Stack Bundles got killed literally in front of his own fucking projects by his peoples. Kind of crazy, ain't it? And so you got a guy like Jim Jones, allegedly, somehow now he started putting a hat like that. He starts rapping just like Stack Bundles. Sounds just like him, raps just like him. Then he tells a story how Stacks helped him learn how to rap. Like, I'm not saying anything about Stacks and Jim, but it's crazy. And in this case, the big, oh, look, she mentions Big L too.
Stole his life and identity.
Big L situation was weren't they trying to go after his brother and they killed him by accident?
He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly.
Nobody lined up R. Kelly. R. Kelly lined himself up. I'm sorry. He did a sex tape with a minor, and he did some egregious shit. That sex tape was flying around all cities on a bootleg tape, and R. Kelly's sick ass brain was out here doing music called Age Is Nothing But a Number, and all these other songs where they alluded to like his love with a minor. Not only that, Jay-Z on multiple occasions got hit because he kept fucking doing things with minors. He did that shit to himself. In fact, if the honest truth is the industry saved his fucking ass. They were covering for him. Jay-Z and Beyonce, none of them told on R. Kelly because he wrote half of their fucking music. Not just Jay-Z, but he wrote for Beyonce. He wrote for mad people in the industry. So because they ended up making millions, and it was the early 2000s and 90s, you know, honestly, I hate to be that guy. It wasn't look bad when you was fucking with somebody who was young in these celebrities. That was normalized in not only just music, but in movies. But R. Kelly was out here writing banger music, creating hits for B2K and all these other groups. Oh, they were letting people fucking slide with murder. Signed to Rockefeller right before he passed. Oh, man. That's tough.
He wants to be the one. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce.
I'm actually shocked he said her name because one, that's about to increase her stock to the roof. She's about to start doing crazy interviews. Yo,
that sounds crazy.
About to go crazy.
So you killed a pilot and everybody else in there too?
Yo,
that sounds kind of nutty.
Everything under the sun, including murdering Aaliyah. Why haven't you sued her yet? Why haven't you gone after her yet? Right? And you
that is
her
true.
And you laugh about it, and you admit now, oh no, she knows who I am. Like, oh, you know, I've met her before. I know her. Man, that was probably the dumbest mistake he made throughout this entire freestyle, bro.
Yeah, that's not a good thing that you mentioned her because you just gave her credibility. You kind of gave her credibility because you didn't denounce her claim. And you never told him to take down any of those interviews. You had them take down the Piers Morgan one. The Piers Morgan one was about the Epstein shit. They was really trying to expose Beyonce and Jay-Z. Rockefeller got them motherfuckers to take that shit down. But for some weird ass reason, hers no.
Was acknowledging that you know Jaguar Wright and Jaguar Wright knows you. Now, what she says is about to be considered much more credible now because you acknowledge you know who she is and you know you met her before.
She may not be credible, Julian. Let me put it like this, Julian, so that people can understand what I mean. We all know she's not well, but 7 times out of 10, a lot of not well people believe not well shit. Do you understand how many people on the internet, on social media believe there's these political dudes on social media that be like, oh my God, look at this person. This is not really them. Biden's wearing a mask. Biden's been dead for years now. And it's all these fucking weird spiritual theorists. Those be the ones that believe them, that believe her. So as we walk around and we know that it's not true, there's millions of more that know that. I mean, there's millions of more that believe these motherfuckers. That's the scary part, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's giving her credibility because all you need is one freak show ass statement to seem credible for freakazoids to believe that shit. And again, not everybody's wrong about their claims. I do believe some crazy shit did happen because they said with the Epstein shit, the way Jay-Z and Pusha T and all of them, and I feel like there's some truth to all that shit because these documents that were coming out, even though a lot of them were being redacted and shit. But still, again, if she sounds dumb to you, then guess what? I give you credit for having some sort of sense. Not everybody got sense, bro. There's some cuckoo motherfuckers out there. It's just really fucked up. Actually messed up, and it's sad. They using her for clicks, knowing she's not good. Yeah, and nobody cares. That's the fucked up part. Nobody cares that she's not good, bro, because they'll lead it on, and the interviewees, right? The interviewer, won't sit there and be like, "Yeah, no, you are right." What they'll do is they'll ask her questions that sound fucking crazy. What's the gentleman that tried to say that the Connecticut school shooting was a hoax that got sued? Starts with an A, Ajax. That white dude, the big heavy white dude, he was even on Joe Rogan's podcast for a long time. Yeah, Orlando Brown is crazy, and he called Kanye West crazy. Damn, what's that guy's name? Alex Jones, thank you. Alex Jones. You said he lost everything? All right, Julian, do you want to know something? He lost everything. I think they settled that case, and he's fucking back up. How is he back up? Did you know that? Alex Jones was able to avoid prison. Wait, did he just lose his podcast? I thought he lost everything and was able to come back again. Alex Jones is one of the craziest motherfuckers who he speaks, and what's fucked up is a lot of these crazy motherfuckers, they speak in ways where you think they're telling the truth. Like there's some truth to it because they give you realistic details, but there's some of their case is something way out of fucking space that I'm like, okay, no, never mind. The crazy shit is Alex Jones went down and was losing millions upon millions. I think so much money. He was supposed to do jail time. He just came back up. I think last year he came back up. All these people that endorsed money into him and everything, it's kind of crazy, bro. Yo, cool. There's people that are out there that are cuckoo with money. I'll be honest. I kind of disagree, Mike, with the things about Kanye. The thing, oh, well, let me read the rest. You said Kanye's well aware of the shit he says. He's in the industry. If he's saying certain shit, how can we prove him wrong 100% of the time? I'll be honest. Whether or not he's speaking truth or not, oh, well, you know what? No, okay. I get what you're saying there. I was talking about the other stuff of like him doing like the Nazi stuff. Like, okay, yeah, no, the behavioral shit is wrong. But yeah, I mean, when Kanye West is speaking what he's speaking on, yeah, it gets kind of ridiculous. Kanye West went a little bit too far. Kanye West, you know, he did a lot of damaging things, man. But not only his conspiracy theories, but with the racism, slavery shit, and all this other shit he said and all that stuff. The reason why, you know, I'm not saying able to forgive him, but he's like an open book at this point. He's back on medication. He's an open book on everything, but it's a little bit different. It gets to a point when you can see the genius in some crazy people, but you can also see when some people are too. Yes, you can. Lost control of his media empire, his personal assets, over $1.4 billion in defamation and emotional distress judgments to the families of Sandy Hook. Yep, that's the Connecticut shooting. In a jury in Connecticut offered him to pay $1.5 billion, and Texas court ordered him to pay another $49 million. You want to know something crazy about Alex Jones? And he's still cooking today. All this that they got him doing, why the fuck is he still able to go live? Why the fuck is he? Why the fuck is he still able to go live? This motherfucker is still able to go live, bro. He got a whole Spotify. He got too much shit going on. I don't know who helped him. I don't know what's going on, but it's just relationships that are built. I don't know what the fuck it is.
You know, you met her before.
You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
That was a shot at Nicki Minaj. And to me, this was like the shot that has gone the most viral, to be honest, because it's just absolute flagrant. And, you know, he's not lying.
I think so, Julian. I'm not too sure.
She would have finished the bar. But that lady back on her stuff again. She in love with him. Her Ken, K-E-N, which is her husband, can't even pick their kid. Man, enough of them. He was about to say, man, he can't even pick the kid up at the park or after school. Because Ken is a registered offender. He's on Megan's Law. Jay-Z is Jay-Z Jay-Z done sat back and allowed y'all to go. Man, he fighting back, bro. Now I want to know, I want to know, who's gonna be the first rapper to hop back in the booth? Is Nicki Minaj gonna hop back in the booth and diss Jay-Z? I don't know. I think Nicki Minaj about to go. She's about to go nuclear, bro. She's about to expose a lot tomorrow. Trust me.
A rapper can't be my eye. I got mad at Republicans. Those shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. This get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again.
Ooh, that was definitely a shot at Drake. And then he said, my next update. So I feel like his next thing is going to be getting at Drake. I think he's going on a powder speed run to charge up as we speak. Yeah, Nicki Minaj is on some shit. She said, fuck everybody. I'd rather get my fucking green card visa and fuck everybody else in this industry. That ass. Nicki Minaj, I feel bad, man. I don't know when the fuck it happened, but I guess she's seen shit. I don't know what the hell happened, but she ended up just tweaking. Yeah, she ended up just tweaking. I don't know. And this was before the green card shit, man. She's been tweaking.
I never looked up to them.
You think it's drugs? Ooh, that was straight Drake. Ooh.
Even when the trees pretend.
Yo, by the way, sidebar, Jay-Z one of the ugliest to ever do this shit. But
Don't forget who I am.
Drake, we got a moment. We got a crash dummy.
he ugly as shit.
Just like how Dot tricked you into getting into a rap beef, knowing you can't win it, you can win this rap beef, Drake. Drake, take the bait. Oh, you better. Drake, if you don't hop in that booth right now, bro, and drop like 3 or 4 distracts, yo, if you don't clout chase on this man's name, how Dot clout chasing on you, you'll be a dummy, man. Drake, we got one. Jay-Z spent the most time dissing Drake. When he says the jig is up, that was a reference to Drake dissing him on Iceman. Taking a jab at Drake's contract. Now, I don't think Drake is in a bad contract by no means. Drake wasn't a 360 though, right? Yo, Drake 360 deal was the first time I heard people say, man, a 360 ain't that bad. What y'all talking about? Man,
yeah, that deal that Drake was
almost
kind of crazy.
Yo, people heard Drake in the 360, but 360, because UMG was eating from off of Drake's touring, eating off of Drake's music. They was eating off of every aspect of Drake's revenue because they gave Drake so much money and they wanted to recoup fast. But, yo, Jay-Z dissing Drake, to me, is the alley-oop Drake needs. Because if Drake gets into a rap battle with Jay-Z, it's a win-win situation. Like, it's win-win. You can't lose this. You just can't. You can't lose a rap battle with Jay-Z if you're Drake, right? He got too much to lose. You don't got enough to lose. It's really that simple. But this Jay-Z bar against Drake is a response to all the Iceman disses.
Drake versus Jay-Z and Rock Nation is in full go. A lot of people were speculating that Drake threw up the rock sign and then said a f you to it, threw up the middle finger. Now, before, he throws the rock up, he says, y'all really ollie hopping back then. Now your names got redacted. I initially just thought that bar was just towards Pusha T, but now when I really think about it, that's towards Pusha T and Hov. The first diss to Jay-Z and whisper my name. I take $500K not to dinner. I can never learn shit from none of y'all. When he goes into the next song, Jen, and shut the f up. In the first few bars in the beginning, he goes right into dissing Jay-Z again. We know how you OGs are rocking already. The jig is up. Another jab at Hov. Why this is funny? Because Maul is basically Rockefeller. He's basically Rock Nation. Because if you don't know, his brother is Biggs, one of the co-founders of Rockefeller.
I didn't know that.
Cool with O.
I didn't know Maul got family in the fucking industry.
He's still affiliated with a rock camp.
Patty loves her Shawnees. S-H-A-W-N. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
What y'all think of this, man? Did y'all like the
fuck
freestyle?
was
Do y'all
that?
feel like Drake needs to respond? Do y'all feel like a Drake and Jay-Z rap battle is what the culture needs right now? Let me know in the comments, okay? If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video,
Yo,
please
call me a hater, but like, let me tell you something. Yeah, he did diss these people, but man, that fucking freestyle was ass. Man,
this video.
I need to call Jay tomorrow. He probably thinks that shit was amazing. Yo, Jay, I love you so much, man. I'm talking my shit, man. I think Jay thinks that shit was fire. Man, Jay, I love you, man. I'm gonna call Cool Kid in the morning. I'm gonna ask him his opinion. In fact, I'm gonna tell him to go live. We're gonna do a fucking podcast on this. I was gonna say, I wonder what he think. He probably think that shit is crazy.